Why has crypto been impractical for 15 years and what is actually changing now? Crypto has worked technically for more than 15 years. Bitcoin has been running since January 2009 without major downtime. Ethereum has been operating since 2015. The technology has never been the main problem. The problem has been that ordinary people had to behave like IT experts just to use it at all. Imagine if you had to use your bank account like this. You receive a passphrase of 12 to 24 words. This is the only key to access your account. If you lose it or write one word incorrectly, all your money is gone. Forever. There is no forgot password button, no customer support, no bank you can call. That is not how money works in everyday life for most people. And that is why crypto never achieved real mass usage until now. To understand why this is changing, we need to look at the 4 generations of crypto. This framework helps us understand where we have been, why it has felt chaotic, and what is actually happening right now. The first generation was about one thing: making the system work without trust in a central authority. Bitcoin solved the classic double spending problem digitally: how to send money directly between people without a bank or payment intermediary in the middle. It was a major cryptographic breakthrough. Ethereum took this further in 2015. Not just money, but programmable money through smart contracts. But the user experience was brutal. You had to create a wallet yourself, secure private keys manually, understand long addresses, gas fees, and technical details. This was like the internet in the early 1990s. TCP/IP worked, modems worked, but you had to type commands into a terminal. Almost no ordinary people used the internet before browsers made it accessible. Second generation: money, tokens, and speculation. This is when money and hype entered the picture, and everything exploded. The ICO wave, thousands of tokens, centralized exchanges like Binance and Coinbase. DeFi began to emerge. The user experience improved slightly. We got wallet apps. MetaMask appeared. But responsibility still rested 100% on the user. Send to the wrong address, and the money was gone. Approve a malicious contract, and everything could be drained. Visit a phishing site, and your seed phrase was stolen. This was not mass adoption. It was financialization. Crypto became a speculative market rather than an everyday system. Third generation: scaling, but chaos. Next came attempts to solve the major technical bottlenecks. Transactions were too slow and too expensive. So layer 2 solutions appeared: Optimism, Arbitrum, Polygon, ZK rollups. One chain was not enough. We entered a multi-chain world with bridges between Ethereum, Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and many others. The result was lower fees and much higher throughput. But for users, it became worse. Which chain am I on? Which bridge should I use? Are my funds on layer 1 or layer 2? Which wallet supports this chain? One wrong bridge or one wrong chain could mean loss of funds. The system scaled. The user experience fragmented. Chaos at the user level. Fourth generation: the system upgrade. Now a real shift is happening. The focus moves from the user needing to learn more to the system needing to hide complexity. You no longer need to understand chains, gas, or technical details. You say what you want to do. The system figures out how. Security is built in. Recovery can happen through people you trust, not just a seed phrase. Mistakes are no longer catastrophic. Privacy and usability can coexist through modern cryptography. This is similar to when the iPhone launched in 2007. The mobile network stayed the same, but it became invisible to the user. Same system, completely new experience. The downside: new power layers emerge. When the system takes over the work, control shifts away from the user and into infrastructure. Who defines wallet standards? Who controls the automated intermediary layers? Who sets the rules for recovery and identity? New control points begin to form. That is why regulation now targets these layers rather than the blockchains themselves. In Europe, we see MiCA. In the United States, we see proposals like CLARITY Act and FIT21. The focus shifts to wallets, on ramps and identity layers. Regulation is not automatically the enemy. Bad architecture is the enemy. Good fourth-generation architecture can embed both compliance and privacy without total surveillance. So is there hope after 15 years? Yes, for the first time, we can combine real usability, technical scaling, sensible regulation, and preserved privacy. That was impossible before, which is why the first 15 years were so chaotic. But this is not guaranteed. It is an active choice being made right now. Will we build systems that put users first, or systems that put new intermediaries first? Crypto no longer needs to prove that the technology works. It has done that for 15 years. Now it is about who the system is actually built for. Are we moving toward more freedom or more control in this fourth generation? Have regulators, major banks, and firms like Grayscale set the stage for an Operation Choke Point 3.0? Or is this still speculation? Time will tell.